All right, guys, I am testing the other microphone real quick. I know Jamie's live. I'm not trying to intrude on anybody's live stream, but I had all of this stuff out and I wanted to clean it up and put it away. But before I did that, I had to test the built-in microphone right here on this webcam. I don't even need you guys to be present for this. I can be over here, I can be over here, and I can listen to this at a later date myself. So I'm sorry if I'm intruding on somebody else's live stream. That's not the point. The point of the live is for me just to test the audio out of the built-in microphone. So I'll have to listen to it back. I'm also trying a vertical position. There's so much technology to learn, guys. There's so much stuff that I have to learn. It's difficult. It's very difficult. My brain is going to blow up with all of this information. So yeah, since I see I have a small crowd and I'm not going to stay long because I need to get a shower. I need to go to bed. I do. First off, let me ask you, let's do the whole purpose of the audio. You say the audio sounds great. If I was over here, I need to know how the audio sounds. If I'm here, how does the audio sound? And if I'm over here, how does the audio sound? Is it better, in your opinion, than this right here? Which one was better? Because I'm trying to think, was it worth it for this thing? Sides are not as loud as the middle. See, that's the kind of information I'm looking for. If I'm over here talking versus right here talking, I'm assuming that this is going to pick me up much better. So that's a problem. When I have a group of people to the left, that's what I thought this would do. See, there's a setting right here. I was trying to use it. There's a setting right here on the back of this microphone. You see that? The one with the circle shows that it's going to pick up everything. I don't know what the other ones do. I need to figure out what the other ones do. Yeah, okay. All right. So ultimately, this microphone is not much difference. The benefit to this is if I'm at the far end of the table, we can bring this with us. So we do like that. Now, for example, let's check the distance on this microphone. Let's check the distance on this. I'm going to go far away. All right, I'm going to talk back here. How does it sound back here? How does it sound over here? If we were playing the game and we were talking, would you be able to hear us? That's the other question that I have. The portable microphone is better, right? Hey, you know what I just realized? I think there's not as much of a delay. I'm going to say 1, and I want you to type 1. Actually, no, I'm going to say a different number. As soon as I say that number, I want somebody to type it. That will be the length of the delay from the time you receive my message. 5. April, that was not bad. That's only like, oh my gosh. There's like hardly any delay here. When I go live from a cell phone, there's a big delay. Well, that's good to know. So going live from a computer has less of a delay. Let's try it again. 6. Elaine got it. Wow. Yeah, no, it's about a 6 or 7 second delay. That is better than 60 seconds. I usually have a 60-second delay. Wow. So I just need a cell phone that runs Windows. If I can get a cell phone that runs Windows, I basically have a computer in my pocket. And then I could go live, right? Okay, so we've tested the microphone. We've tested that the audio quality is better with this. It is a little bit better. but I'm obviously looking for the best I can do. So we're going to put this away, but we are going to keep it. We are going to keep this. Going to keep that. We have the ring light. What else? There was one more test I wanted to do. Oh, here's the downfall. One of the downfalls is I cannot do a subscribers live from StreamYard. So it doesn't work that way. And I'm not live. I'm not inside of the Facebook application right now. So I thought about portable microphones as well. I would need, like, let's just say for tonight, we had 4 people playing the game. I would need something that could handle 4 microphones. Yes, William, I have a dog. That is true. I do have a dog. So it's a trial and error for everything that we're doing here. I was going to talk to Lester, but I didn't talk to Lester yet. I did not talk to Lester yet. I've been busy messing with this. White one would be great for package night and swimming parties. I agree with you on that. Package night, I was thinking probably 3. You're saying probably get 3 of these microphones? Ooh. Yeah, that's true, Lila. Subscribers are for when I'm out on an adventure, not sitting in the house. Christine Hanna, the reason I did listen to the live stream back on the last live on my TV. So I wanted to know what it sounded like myself. So I did go on the TV. I opened up YouTube at least, and I watched some of it on replay. And I can definitely hear 3 portable small microphones. Yeah, I don't know if they have anything that supports more than 2. I've seen the 2 portable microphones. I don't know if they have anything that supports more than that. I've been trying to convince Lauren. I did try to hang this big one from above. Didn't work. We did a test live before the actual live. But anyways, I've been trying to convince Lauren to have a permanent place in the house or somewhere so we can set up our own studio. Because if we set out our own studio, we can have these microphones set up permanently, looking all nice. We could do like a backdrop. We could have this professional looking scene. In the meantime, we're just using our living room. And I have to put this stuff away every time, which is time consuming. Because I'm going to take care of it. It was expensive. So we put it inside of all the boxes that they came in. And take care of my stuff. Studio, but it would be a tax deductible. Yes, it would be. And I'm excited about that. I want to do a studio. It's just where. She says attic. I think the attic makes 0 sense.
No, she said you could put a table, take the chest out of there, and put a table in the back of the keeping room.
Oh, she did say that. When did she say that? I didn't hear her.
When we were talking about it.
Oh, okay. Well,
put the blankets and everything in the closet.
Okay. Well, there you go. There's a possibility we can have it. You have a room without high ceilings. The keeping room has low ceilings.
And the keeping room is where the Orbeez are.
We have high and the Orbeez there, the hard drives there. I could plug us in directly. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Upstairs barn, why not? Distance, convenience. You know, cold. If it's freezing outside, then you need heat. So in the house is fine. Again, log cabin, convenience. Convenience to where the packages are kept. Convenience to where our drinks are and just getting prepared. There's a lot going on just before the live stream starts that I needed to eat dinner, you know, and I needed to we need to grab this, that, and the other thing. So the log cabin is a great idea if it were like what is a keeping room? It's a small room in the house. It's a historic room. Basically, I don't know. Yeah, the keeping room is very small, low ceilings. We'll talk about the keeping room later. If you've been here for a while, you know exactly what the keeping room is. I really like having a conversation with you guys and not waiting 60 seconds for a response. It's so nice. How about any other room that's not being used? So Christine, the keeping room is not really being used. That is strictly a guest room. So I guess the issue would be we couldn't do a live stream when the guests are in there, right? Yeah, it is so nice not to have a big delay. Okay. Yeah, and if I had let's just say I brought somebody to the house and I wanted to do a live stream on camera with somebody, how am I getting, no offense to the people that I hang out with, I'm not going to make a bunch of old ladies climb 3 stories of the house to get upstairs. If Sue Bedger came to visit my house, I would not make her go to the attic, right?
I want to go all the way up there.
Yeah, it's a long, I have something dangling in my
3
head.
flights of stairs.
It is 3 flights of stairs. All right. The next thing I want to do. Oh, this is cool. You can wink at me now, or I can wink at you. Ready? Oh, oh. Oh, I'm so tired. Oh, I'm so tired. I had texted you. I went out to the goats, so I did it anyways. What did you find out, Sarah? Is there a tattoo in the ear? Dum-ba-dum. No, we don't have any baby. No, we're not having babies tonight. No. Yeah, everyone's going to bed. All right. I think I'm about ready to get off of here. There's a lot. This is all like technology based stuff. We're totally trying to figure things out. I want multiple cameras set up for the babies that are going to be born now. Oh, there is. Nate agreed. There is. So there is a tattoo with the number 1, R1. So Bailey's 1, then there's R2, and then there's R3. So we have R1, R2, R3. So it was Bailey. Gosh, who else were they? In ear tag 426. Tagged 3 tags after the goat that was in question. Dang, that's close. Christine said, Jamie's naming chicks. Having 1,000 people on. I know you're getting a little more one-to-one reaction here. I get it. Okay.
Did we figure something out?
For the cameras on the moms? Is that what you're saying? Or you mean for the goats?
Anything.
No. I mean, I figured out that this microphone was a good investment.
Right.
I know this camera was a good investment. It's
Right.
high quality. The light bar was a great investment for Eclipse right on there. So I think I did good on that.
So what are we doing for the mamas?
That's
Working on that?
so every camera I want out there, I want to be able to control it from right here. You know what the problem would
Isn't
be?
that Lauren's laptop?
It is.
Don't we need another one?
Yes. It all gets to be too expensive.
Well, not if you want to be an on-client creator. People, investment.
Here's my biggest problem. My biggest problem is where'd it go? I dropped. It's just spinning now.
Dropped you?
No, I'm what did I
The
say?
biggest problem is
Putting cameras out there and getting the signal into the house through Wi-Fi connections is not good. So here's 2 options to get better. To get it to where we want to have 10 cameras out there or 20 cameras out there, we need a hard wire. And how do we bury a hard wire to the barn? We have a whole macadam driveway. We have a big tree there. All the other power stuff is already going that way, and it's hidden and buried. We don't want the power line up.
they won't let you put a power line up.
Huh?
They won't let you put a power
You could put your own. It wouldn't carry electricity. It would only carry
right.
a network cable.
Right.
Are we back on? They said buffering, so I'm not sure if we're back or not.
Well, remember, this was built in 1800s. It
Mhm.
wasn't built for the modern social media network
Right.
wireless.
right.
Think about it. What did they
Thank you,
communicate
Lila.
with then?
A ringing bell. Thank
Right.
you, Lila.
Like
We're
the bell
back.
outside.
What kind of cameras
Interesting.
to say you wanted? Linda, please don't buy the cameras. There are specific cameras that I want for this, and here's the reason. Hear me out. I want to be the best at everything. You know that, right?
Of course. If I don't know that by now, people.
Okay. So there is a camera out there that if I put it in a mama's stall from within the house, I could zoom in onto the mom.
Mhm.
I could zoom out. I could focus, you know what I mean? I could pan and tilt and zoom and have it all controlled from here. Expensive though. Too much. I'm not even gonna tell you the price. Regardless, there has to be something in between. Like I'm not setting up the Taj Mahal,
Right.
right? Guys, the Starlink has nothing to do really. We use Starlink and can see our Lorax cameras back at my site house away. I'm not sure. Starlink is bringing internet to your house. I already have internet to my house. It's the router thereafter that gets you your Wi-Fi. All right. Sarah is going to get in the shower and listen at the same time.
Okay.
Wouldn't be the first time I had a naked woman on the computer. Just kidding. It was a long time ago. It was a girlfriend in college, okay?
Oh, you don't have to explain to me. This is a no judgment zone.
Yeah, no judgment zone. So realistically, I'm going to well, I know a lot of cameras do that, but we're looking for high def. We're looking for good quality, and it needs to be able to have it connected through RMTP. If you really want to look it up, it's an RMTP remote.
Greek to me.
Yeah, and that needs to connect into hardwired into a switchboard. From the switchboard, it all goes into the computer. In the computer, it goes to a software called OBS.
See, pretty soon, people, my shed's going to become a viewing room. It's like a movie studio. We're going to set up chairs so we can all watch.
And then the OBS software creates a video output, and then you open StreamYard and you input the video output from OBS into the StreamYard. And you can and so ultimately it's my mind is blowing up these last couple weeks trying to figure all this out. And you can ask her and you ask Lauren. I've been testing my cell phone with different apps trying to make old cell phones do what I want them to do. But it's all come down to the fact that Wi-Fi is not going to be stable enough. Sharon, Lester uses his cell phone and his laptop. Lester is not trying to do what I'm trying to do. In fact, there's no creators out there that are trying to do what I'm trying to do. I want to set up multiple camera setup in the barn with a switchboard that I can control through my phone and toggle it through each areas of the barn for you guys to watch throughout the day. Yes, D. Haas, if your husband is a network engineer, explain my situation right now on what I'm talking about. This is what I'm interested in. Multi-cameras in the barn to a switchboard, to software that can integrate to StreamYard, and then I can control it through my phone and toggle around when I'm everywhere so people can watch. And I can when I toggle and I want to see this mom, that mom, I could zoom in on the hoo-ha and be like, yo, did you come up with a resolution to download 3 years of live so you don't lose your content? No. Haven't done that one yet. So it's a lot, especially since I'm 42 years old and I'm a goat farmer and I like to build things with my hands, and this computer stuff is just, it's so much information, you know, all of these things that they talk about, making it all work. Brenda, I thought about that too. Can you bring in new service from the street to the barn? Yes.
Oh.
No. Okay, but that doesn't solve
But that still doesn't connect the house to the barn.
Doesn't connect to the house to the barn. Yeah, I had thought about doing that, but I'm not sure how that's going to benefit me as far as if I want my hub where I live, my bedroom, if I want my main station to be portable with me. I don't know what it's Steinmetz Family Farm at gmail.com. I don't know what the benefit to running the service into the barn would be other than the router starts from there and then I can hardwire each Orbi satellite in afterwards. That doesn't help us going across to the other side of the property. I think the house needs to be the hub and we need to build off of that. But going that way, I don't think we're going to have a problem burying a network line out to Mary's barn when we do power.
Right.
We can get her good signal back there.
We need a better signal. I've been testing it.
It's just how do I get it this way to the barn when you have all of that macadam, all that pavement, you have the garage in the way, the big tree, the main street. Then if you want to go behind and make a loop, you've got the swimming pool. And by the time you make a big loop around, you have
to be careful where everything else is buried.
That's a big problem.
Who knows where everything else is buried?
And you won't know until you hit it is the problem. You're
and
going
then
to have a big
a big mess.
611 or the 811, whatever the call before you dig number, only deals with stuff coming in from the street. They don't know what was buried on your property. I'd have to pull up old building permits and records.
They know if they put it in, because we had cable go all the way from the street all the way to our house. And
Right.
They marked it. But the company has to put it in, like the cable company, the telephone company.
So what we're talking about here is multiple different things, guys. We're not just talking about cameras linked to this. Now we're talking about internet linked to that. You have, the septic system's right out there. So we're talking an entire myriad of different problems that are not going to just solve themselves at one point. And
I forgot about the septic.
Lester's lucky enough that the JL Ranch, the one that Chuck is at, he's next to a truck stop and they have a big, they broadcast cell signal there. So he gets 5G network everywhere. Mm-hmm. One major solution would be to get a 5G tower in my backyard. How do you do that for personal use? I mean, if I get a 5G transmitter, like an old 5G transmitter, the one that's maybe fell off the back of a truck.
I don't know if it has to be for personal use.
And then put that on the top of the barn.
And let them put a tower.
I'm talking about, what if I told them it would be free? Put it at the top of the barn. You have a free location to put it.
I don't know where the closest tower is.
Not here for me. The other thing I thought of is, how would I know? We already know. What service do you have? I have AT&T.
And I have Verizon. We already know Verizon doesn't work.
AT&T, Verizon system, they both horrible. Mm-hmm. Does T-Mobile work here? Can I get somebody here with T-Mobile to walk the property? Most likely not. Most likely, if these services are bad, everyone else. Because I was thinking, what if I went through a different cell phone provider?
I don't think.
See, putting it on the back hill property is a horrible idea. There's nobody, no EPA. There's no access, so you can't even put power back there. You couldn't get power back
they carried the materials on their backs.
Well, I'm talking about how do you drive the power system?
Oh, right.
So now they're going to do a huge power line underground under the wetlands. That would take years of. It would have to be up here. Talk to your area cable companies. Let them know to put a tower on your property. Are you talking about cable or are you talking about cell phone, Lila? What are we talking about here?
Two different things.
Yeah, cable and cell phone. Yeah, I don't know.
Two different things.
So as you can see, why my mind is blowing up because it doesn't stop. I go to bed and I Google this and I look at that and I watch this video and I learn about that one and I wake up. I got to take care of the animals and then build this and do that. And then my mind is still trying to work on this stuff. And,
so that's why he's still sick. He can't sleep. His mind never stops. Not a bad thing if he was well.
You have Straight Talk. So Straight Talk must link itself to one of the main carriers' towers.
That's good.
They basically do that. So a cell tower T-Mobile will be like, we're going to give Straight Talk 10 gigs or something. I don't know.
I mean, the thing is, the tower has all the companies on it. Because I know in our town we had a zoning thing. The tower has AT&T on it, Verizon. So we need a tower that, my Straight Talk might be on a tower, but might be on the same one that we can't get to.
Shannon, you say your cameras work, blah, blah, blah. Can they link to an RMTP? That's most of the time the problem. Most of the time, problems arise when, they want to have a proprietary. So if Lorax is Lorax, so they want to use their provider, their service. I need like an open source camera that does all of the stuff. I sent an email. Cell providers might want to get there if you're willing to give them a place. Yes. If I knew of a carrier that would be willing to put it up, that can use my power, well, they'll pay the power bill, but I'll be like, listen, just put it in. The top of the barn would be a perfect place to distribute signal everywhere. However, I don't know if you're directly under a tower. Is that a problem?
No.
No? Okay.
The pole with the thing on it.
Lila, mine has an option to use all services nearby, and it's really bad. Like in the back out there, you can't do anything. We get a little teeny bit towards the front of the house, but other than that, and we're so close to the city, you would think we'd be able to gather.
It's terrible.
Yeah, it's horrible. It's horrible. What are you gonna do?
That's why we have two phones.
All right. I think that's about it. And will signal go through the stone? No, but when we're in the house, we're still going to have Wi-Fi in the house. So that's not the biggest problem. However, when you're in the barn, it might be, well, yeah, see, the real truth is I'd love to stay connected to one device the whole time. So when Lester's on his property and he's live and he's 5G, no matter where he goes, he's connected to that one tower.
He doesn't have a stone house.
And for us to stay connected to one thing around here is impossible. So that's why we drop and pick up and drop and pick up all the time.
Yep. I'm learning.
My email, steinmetzfamilyfarm@gmail.com. That's it. And yeah, and YouTube doesn't like when hey, you're going up, bring this computer to mom. All right. Good night, guys. See ya. I'm logging off. Yeah, hun.